Hello, I am just casually popping up on your YouTube feed to remind you that staying consistent does not have to be stressful, like at all. So if you've been feeling stuck or just overwhelmed and like your growth is taking forever, don't worry, I got you. So let's just break down these simple systems that you can put in place to not only help you be consistent, but stay consistent on YouTube. So here's the thing, my overall goal in this video is not to just give you tips and advice for how to be more consistent, but I want to give you practical systems that you can put in place to help you stay consistent. There is a slight difference, but we're going to get into all the things. One thing I need you to do is to get cozy, grab your favorite drink of choice, and let's get ready to figure out how we can start uploading daily so that we can reach monetization in 2025. Now, first things first, why does consistency feel so hard? Well, take a look at the screen. Do any of these sound like you? If so, those are all valid reasons for why you may find it difficult to stay consistent and upload daily to your YouTube channel. Now, I'm sure if there was like some type of billboard on YouTube that all content creators had to pass by and see this list, you're going to pinpoint one, if not all, the areas that you struggle with. But let's pull out the most common area, which I feel like deals with motivation. What do you do when you just do not feel motivated? If you feel like you've been trying and trying and trying and you do not get the feedback or the growth that you expect, it can be very difficult to continue uploading videos if you're not getting the outcome that you want. So, what can you do? Step one is to plan ahead. As simple as that sounds, it's definitely super effective for people who just lack the motivation throughout the week. And sometimes our creative brains aren't always as high functioning as other times. Sometimes you do go through creative blocks or just times where you just don't have any inspiration that comes to you. But if you were to set aside some time to schedule and batch content, it does the work for you. You don't have to think, you don't have to scramble around. You already have something to upload for the days that you are not able to just come up with a new concept, a fresh idea, but the value that you put into the previously recorded video is still just as effective of whatever video you could have uploaded. So make sure that you plan ahead. Now, if batch creation is just not your thing and you're not that great at batching content and your schedule is just too tight to do that, here's something else that you can try. Step two, create and stick to a simple content structure. An example of this is just to have in mind a hook, the value part of your video, and a call to action. No need to reinvent the wheel if those three steps will help you structure a video that's easier to record and easier to have in mind when you just don't know what to post next. Have in mind the way you want to come into your videos, the points that you're going to share, and a call to action. That way, not only do you spend less time trying to figure out the structure of your video, you kind of already have an idea of how long it will take to film that video if you have a breakdown on what you're tackling. So, create and stick to a simple content structure or video structure. It'll help you so much. And step number three is to have a low energy content strategy. Now, what that looks like is just simple talking videos on the days that you just mentally cannot. You're physically exhausted, you're mentally exhausted, and you're creatively not there. Maybe it was a week that you planned ahead, but things just got in the way. You forgot about the function that the kids had, so you got to reschedule around that. You forgot to pick up something, maybe at a dry cleaners or something, so now that's weighing on you. You left something undone at work and it's just like bothering you that there's a deadline coming and you don't know how you're going to meet the deadline. Whatever the case may be, we're all busy. We always have something to do, and you're going to have weeks that just don't go as planned. But there's still something that you can do, and it is to create simple talking videos. Have topics in your back pocket at all times that you could just pull out on the low energy days where you don't feel like using a lot of energy that you probably don't even have to create a whole video. It can be as simple as a 5 to 8 minute video talking about something simple, like what has been helping you recently to show up on camera. What has been the number one thing that you've enjoyed about starting your YouTube channel? Things that just don't take a whole lot of your energy, especially when you don't have extra energy to pull from because of the day or the week that you've had. So keep a low energy content strategy close by at all times because you never know what your week is going to turn out like. Even if you plan ahead, there's still things that can come up. So having this strategy in place can help out so much so that you don't have to scramble and figure out what it is that you can post. And I'd rather you do that than to not post at all. So having this in place will definitely help you keep on track to staying consistent. Now, step number 4 is something that I've talked about on previous videos, but we're going to circle back around because this concept is something that has really helped me to stay focused on uploading daily without the pressure of trying to be perfect all the time. So that's what the step is. Focus more on getting things done rather than making them perfect. Perfect does not exist. It's not a thing. It's an illusion. Okay? So getting something done is way more practical and realistic than trying to make things polished and perfect all the time. The reality is just every video is not going to always be exactly how you want it to be. But if you're sharing value, if you're helping your viewers solve a problem, if you're showing up as authentically and as original as you can, then that's better than any type of overly saturated, perfect, polished video that we already see on YouTube. So take the pressure off of feeling like, oh, I didn't show up like this, so I can't upload my video like that. No, done is better than perfect. So focus on getting it done so that you can start showing up daily without the pressure of feeling like you have to show up as blank. Doesn't exist. Just be your beautiful self, okay? That's beyond enough. And step number 5 is to create and stick to a realistic uploading schedule. I cannot stress this enough how detrimental this is in the long run for anyone who is struggling right now to stay consistent. Maybe when you first started out, you could commit to like 4 to 6 days a week of uploading videos. Great. That's awesome. As time goes on and life starts to happen, you may find that once a week is really all you have the capacity to commit to. And there is nothing wrong with that. I'm not sure along what part of your journey you were told that you had to upload 7 days a week in order to get monetized and to see growth and all this, that, and the third. If your schedule allows, great, go for it. You can upload every day of the week if you want to. But if realistically that's not the time that you have available around the life that you live to upload, it is totally okay to do 1 to 3 times a week, 1 to 2 times a week, 4 days a week, whatever works for you, as long as it's realistic. I feel like a lot of content creators go into this with a realistic idea, and somewhere along the way, they get this like idea in mind that they have to do more, but more uploading and more exertion into putting videos out there does not equal more consistency. It actually leads you straight to burnout. And you don't want that. She's not friendly, okay? Burnout is not the thing to do or to feel when you're trying to be consistent on YouTube. So create a realistic schedule and stick to it. Once a week is totally fine if that's what you have the time to do. But don't feel like you have to be put under the pressure of the internet to post every hour of every single day. That's not realistic, and it actually helps you to not be consistent. And just like that, we were able to break down a 5-step system that you could put in place to not just help you be consistent, but to stay consistent. So I really hope these tips help you just as much as they have helped me. I'm just like you. I'm just a regular smuggler girl who loves cameras and loves to create content. And I just decided to take a leap into the YouTube world. And these are the things that have helped me go from 0 to where we are now, which is the road to 2K. And I couldn't have been more thankful and more happier to have a group of subscribers like you guys. My content besties have always rooted me on throughout this entire thing. And if you've been here since day one, I see you. You guys always comment. You guys always love on my channel and on my videos. And I'm just so grateful because that's what helps me to stay consistent. Like, that's what keeps me showing up here. And I just want this to be a place of fun learning because it's a lot of pressure. If I'm being honest, it's a lot of pressure to like be a certain way and do certain things in order to please Miss Algorithm or whatever else, we've been told. But I hope that my approach to this YouTube thing is an example to you that you can absolutely be yourself. You can be unique. You can stand out amongst everybody else and still share value and connect with other people who have struggles just like you do. So, with all that said, I also hope something made you smile today. And if you haven't had a chance to smile yet, I hope you get to smile before you go to sleep tonight. I love you guys, and don't forget to always leave people better than you found them. It makes the world such a beautiful place to be. So, can't wait to connect with you down in the comments, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.